clicked on stories? Oh yeah, we're going to have it here. We've got Jennifer Griffin that's going to be joining us moments away about America's third war. Really a fascinating story. So she's going to be giving us that update, and she's going to be live from along the Rio Grande in, what is it, Mission? Texas. All right, well, we're back with our guests. We've got Richard, we've got Boris, and we also have coming up in the program later Bill Daly, right, and Mike Baker, who's going to be here with the hit list. So we've got a lot. You don't even want to miss a moment. Don't even get up to get a drink of water because it would be not good for you. All right, so we're going to talk about Nancy Pelosi. Okay,
exciting.
Richard, I'm going to put you on the hot spot. So she did kind of sail into victory. Nevertheless, it wasn't unanimous. She did face some opposition. And I just want to know if you think, she made the right decision. Is it the right call for the future of the Democratic Party that she stayed in there when many, probably even many of those who voted for her, feel that she is responsible for the loss of so many seats?
Well, at the end of the day, first I want to commend Speaker Pelosi for her.
She loves commending everybody.
I know, you're so sweet.
For her minority leader's position. But on top of that, I think what's critical going into the next 2 years is that Speaker Pelosi has done, for the past 4 years, she's done a great job. And on top of that, think about it. When we were in the minority, when Speaker Pelosi was first elected, she went out and she recruited blue dog, moderate Democrats, and she got them elected to Congress. That's why we had the majority, and that's why she was the Speaker.
That's
and I think she can do that again in 2012.
That's nice. That's all nice. But the bottom line is that Speaker Pelosi is probably the second most hated politician in American politics today.
Was that before or after the $72 million that they spent demonizing her?
But that doesn't matter. What about all the money spent on demonizing President George W. Bush, who right now is gaining so much in the polls?
Oh my God! You want to commend President George W. Bush?
I'd love to commend George W. Bush on 8 years of excellent presidential service. But after I do that, and that's complete seriousness.
Then you want to commend Jeb.
I'd love commending Jeb. I love commending the whole Bush family for their decades of service to American politics.
Yes.
But be that as American people. But be that as it may. Listen, if the Democrats want to reelect Pelosi as their leader, and they feel that that's going to get them somewhere, Godspeed. I'm excited about it. I'm really happy that 2 years from now we get to run against Speaker Pelosi again, and not just in Congress,
and Harry Reid,
not just in the Senate. We get to run against the three bad boys of Democrat politics: Barack Obama, Harry Reid, and Nancy Pelosi. Not just in Congress and the Senate these days, but for the big one, for the presidency. Okay. And I'm very excited they're keeping that. Listen, let me finish. I'm very excited they're keeping that whole team together, so we can not only criticize Barack Obama and Harry Reid, but go back to criticizing Nancy Pelosi. And I can't wait to see how many things she gets wrong, both politically and policy-wise, over the next 2 years. And I know she will, because she's done it for 4 years.
Go ahead, Richard.
Those three leaders have done a lot for the American people.
Like
on top of passing the biggest middle class tax cut in American history.
Which tax cut is that?
They've also made it easier.
Let
me finish. They've also made it easier for students to get student loans. They've allowed for students to go back on their parents' health care while they're in college.
Which middle class tax cut are you talking about?
We're talking the middle class tax cut that was in the stimulus package. That was the biggest middle class tax cut in American history.
Only half of that stimulus package has been passed, and I think only a portion of the tax cut has been put in place. Now, if you want to talk about tax cuts, are you in favor then of extending the 2001-2003 tax cut levels?
Tax cuts?
I am in favor of extending the Bush taxes for 90% of Americans.
90%.
Why would the Republican Party on the tax cut issue? The Republican Party is trying to give a charity to their millionaire friends that elected them and elected Speaker Baker.
What level would you set, Richard? What level would you set?
$250,000, sir.
$250,000. Now, there's many families in America. Families who both parents are working, and they could be teachers or firemen or ambulance workers that make $250,000 a year, maybe through some extra income. Now, would you disincentivize those people from going out and making extra money? $250,000 here in New York City.
Why is this a time to not extend the tax?
That does not make you a millionaire. I don't know where did the $750,000 go in Democrats' minds? They say $250 is the cutoff, but these are tax cuts for millionaires. What about the people who make between that?
Right. I know.
Look, let's talk about this.
And then we got to take it away to Jennifer Griffin. Go ahead.
Let's talk about those service employees. My mom is one of them. She's a registered nurse in Miami, Florida, and she received a 5% 5% pay cut this year. And that's the Americans we need to focus on. We need to focus on middle-class Americans.
I agree with you.
That's why we need to extend the Bush tax. That's why we need to, let me finish.
Why do you want to raise taxes for those making above 250? Why do you want to raise those taxes?
We need to extend the Bush tax cuts for the middle class. And if the Republicans are about deficit reduction, then we need to let their millionaires' friends pay more taxes to reduce the deficit.
Their millionaires' friends. There's this constant
But remember, Mark
phobia.
Levine was obsessed with the billionaires. The whole show was about billionaires.
Mark was billionaires, Richard is millionaires.
Time.
But the bottom line is,
I can't afford this conversation.
There's a lot of Americans making in that middle area, and we need to be fair to them too.
All right, I got to wrap everybody.
2/3 of Americans agree with me.
All right, well, you know, you're very pleasant.
That's why the Democrats are majority in the House now, right?
Fowler. All right, you.
That's why we have the majority in the Senate.
You.
Barely.
Boris is on a timeout. All right, I want to thank Richard Fowler for joining us today. We want to commend him, actually. Did a great job today. We'd love to have you back on the program. Phoenix Freedom Political Action Committee and a member of Young Democrats of Virginia. And I like your story about going and voting with your mom, your first, entry into politics and voting for Bill Clinton. It's a very charming story, and it makes me feel very old. And on that note, we're going to thank Boris, who was kind of well-behaved today. We're not sure.
Can I be commended?
No, I'm going to commend you. I'm going to give you a partial commendation today. Thanks. You can come back next week for the rest. But full commendation to Jennifer Griffin, who joins us now.